the channel, it's Leon Simpson here, and in this one we're going to do a POV around London using the Sony a5100. So in this one I decided to take the a5100 out with me, as I haven't used this camera for over a year now since upgrading, and I thought it would be a good idea to see what it would look like shooting this in 2023. Lens wise, I decided to take out with me the 50mm and the 85mm. We started off around St Paul's, headed over Millennium Bridge and over onto South Bank, and that's pretty much where we wrapped up for the day. How I had this set up on the day was center focus. I was shooting between ISO 100 and 500 and adjusted the shutter speed accordingly. So after not using this camera for about a year or so, it took me a little while to get used to the settings on it again, getting used to the functionality of it. One of the things that made me want to upgrade this camera was the lack of custom buttons that was on it. I know when I used to shoot on this camera, I used to have it set in aperture priority, but on this day I decided to use it in full manual. One of the awkward things about using this camera in full manual is that everything is controlled by the scroll wheel. In terms of the image quality, I can't complain with the pictures that came out of it. I know that during daylight hours this camera does actually produce some good quality images. It can struggle a little bit at night, but that's to be expected with a camera that's about 9 years old. I originally picked up this camera about 4 years ago, and this was the first camera that I used for any type of street photography. Everything that I know about photography I pretty much learned on this camera, which I do believe has helped me be a better photographer. A lot of people talk about gear, and gear doesn't make the person, or whatever. In my opinion, if the camera is limited in functionality and you can master it, it does help you to know what you want from a camera when you decide to upgrade, if you decide to upgrade. This camera has no dedicated shutter dial, it has no dedicated aperture dial. In terms of functionality when using this camera, you have to program or set the camera up to how you decide to shoot. I know when I was shooting with it originally, just to make things easier, I used it in aperture priority mainly, and I would switch over to manual during night shoots just to have more control over it. With it being a 24 megapixel camera, it's still in line with most cameras that are being released. If you're posting on anything like Instagram or Facebook, it's very unlikely that anyone's going to notice the quality of the image anyway. That will all come down to the photo that you've taken and if it's eye-catching and pleasing to the viewer. I do know when shooting this camera in daylight that you're likely to get a good image out of it.